Good evening. Welcome to the June meeting of the Beech Grove Parks Board. We will call the meeting to order and start with attendance on my right.
Janice King, School Board.
Jeff Wheeler, Vice President.
Autumn James, Secretary.
Tara Wolf, President.
Pam Stallard, member.
And we will say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And tonight we have two guests, Tammy Garcia and Nate Sangsland. Sorry about that. Yes, what can we do for you tonight? If you could come up to the microphone so we can all.
I'll go with you.
I guess we're both coming up.
All right, great. Welcome.
My brother, he's home from Florida right now.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Welcome.
Welcome.
We're native Beech Grovians.
Okay.
You brought the heat with you, I know that.
We graduated from Beech Grove. You're 95, I was 97, so.
Very good.
Good.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Go ahead, Tammy.
Okay, so, we have been,
Well, start with who we are. I'm sure.
okay.
Yeah.
So I told you, my husband and I are pastors of Body of Christ Church off of 3rd Street, and,
Our father had that church and he passed away last summer.
I'm sorry.
And so Tammy and her husband have taken over the reins
Wow.
of keeping the facility alive.
yeah, so, my dad was older, and, he got in a car accident off the subway in Emerson, almost been a year ago. And,
Come up on me here.
he fought hard for a couple of months, but he did not pull through in the
Oh
end.
my goodness.
But he had been the pastor there for many years, but he had gotten older and property had gotten a little run down. So my husband and I we came alongside him and then ended up taking it over. And one thing we wanted to do is really make the property look nice and then get out into the community. See so many kids in our little area there going up and down the streets, on scooters or whatever, and we just started reaching out to them, started reaching out to the kids at Parkview and just different things and bringing them in. Sometimes it was tougher than others. Sometimes you got your mailbox thrown or the toilet stalls pulled down. But in the end, we've seen awesome turnaround and
Rehabilitation.
yes, and some of them now we've been with them probably 3 or 4 years and just totally different than how they came in. And so we just keep on trying to go more into we just want to see, we're proud of this community and we want to see what we can do to just bring a positive effect. And so we were noticing, and we asked about this, and they said to go and have the committee voted on. We noticed you guys got that nice
The amphitheater in the park.
amphitheater in the park.
It's
And,
beautiful.
My
Thank you.
brother is a nationally wise musician. He actually should be on the Epic Cruise right now, playing there. Also we do a coffee house on Friday nights. Hopefully you guys haven't got complaints on that. But we get some really good musicians that come in all over the city, and so we have a lot of great talent coming out of there. So we wanted to ask if you guys would let us do like a music worship night there on like a Saturday night.
Or any night that would be
Yeah.
available during the summer, but we were wanting to see if it was possible to get the amphitheater to do a local musician with some other maybe other musicians that would come in that would be sponsored by the coffee shop and do praise and worship. Some of it would be Christian rap, some of it would be different, but all just real positive. Something like 6 to 9, not too late. Something that we could have a little bit of fun, but not too loud to where the neighbors are going to complain. We shut it
Fun,
down.
but not too much fun.
And,
Right.
yeah.
And family friendly.
And family friendly and just real wholesome, and something that would showcase the local talent, some of the maybe some of the better talent as well, or some of the regional talent, and then also just how amazing the park is, and that lovely amphitheater. We would handle all the cleanup. We'd handle all we'd handle all that. We'd invite people to come out and bring their lawn chairs, their blankets, their picnics, picnic baskets, and just sit and watch the sunset. And it would be, interdenominational, and people just come and sit and listen. And And if we could, if depending on which way it went, we, possibly talk about maybe doing a food truck or two, but just start small and see where it goes.
Would it be a free event?
It would be a free event.
Okay.
And we would host all the, my company, Saints Entertainment, has all the rigging and all the sound and everything like that. All we would need was the location and the electricity and the permitting. So if we could do that, then we could do all the setup, and would probably, the way I envision it would be that we would have a rotation of musicians all night long. It would not be one artist all night long, and so that way we could have a nice variation of different types of music as well. And give every act maybe 15, 20 minutes, let them do their thing, and then have somebody else come up, and I think it would just be a really positive evening.
Great.
And how often were you envisioning this?
We would definitely like to do it once to see how it goes, but from there, it's,
It'd be up to you.
it'd be up to, and the attendance.
Yeah.
I mean, like anything else,
Sure.
if people come out, we're more willing to do it again. If it's kind of a lackluster, it was a nice try.
Sure.
So- yeah.
If we put all the work into it and 10 people show up, we're probably not going to do that every week, But if we get a nice crowd out there, and I've seen it done in other cities before, where they're doing just interdenominational, family-friendly worship, and people come out with their lawn chairs and their blankets, and the children are playing, and it seems like it's a real nice community event. And people will even I've seen people come out on like Monday nights for it, and it's just family-friendly, just a place to be outside on a nice night.
And we have, I don't know if you all would allow or not, but we do have like bounce houses and inflatables and things in our shed.
Let's start small. But
Yeah. Well, just a couple of things. So, first of all, thank you so much for coming this evening.
Okay.
So the entertainment structure is new, so we don't have anything in place right now for rentals or anything like
Sure.
that. That doesn't mean we can't. It means we don't have that. We've
Okay.
used it once.
That's what the park
Precisely
director told me as well.
once.
So he said, you better go to the meeting.
Yes.
We don't have anything in place
Yes.
right now. He goes, I don't see anything wrong with it. He said, but you'd have to ask.
Yes. So we don't allow bounce houses
Okay,
just
so
for
fix that.
liability reasons. So this is something that we would have to work out the rental agreements and things like that.
Okay.
Because we have literally used it once, so we don't have, like, for the other shelters there's already rental agreements and
Sure.
fee structures and everything set up for that. So this is something we'll have to do some homework on.
Okay. Is
But
it
I-
something you would be open to?
I would.
I would. That's a great
be.
idea.
I think
I
so.
think anything that we can
Then,
bring more
we'll take-
people.
We'll take that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think it warrants, further discussion between
Yeah.
the parties, but we'd have to have some things set up on our end as well.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
I have a
where-
couple of questions for you. What's the address of your church?
It's 229 South 3rd Avenue.
229 South 3rd. Now, you were tracking down children to bring into your group there. What age groups are you looking at with that?
With my church, or with our church, or with the
The
park?
Parks Department.
With the church and then with the parks?
Well, I can tell you that we're getting ready to do our annual vacation Bible school starting Monday, where we'll have, we're gonna use the full property. I think we're gonna have clowns, we're having the big bubble party,
Are you doing
where they
phone?
yeah, with the foam party, where they'll slip inside on that. We're giving out Nintendo Switch 2, we're giving out iPads, AirPods. Every day there'll be bikes given out. So we're getting a pretty good, response on that. That's ages 4 to 12.
4 to
We
12.
were able to secure some grants to help with the funding on that as well. So,
Good for you.
yeah.
Yeah, I was
We love
gonna,
adults, but we have a special place for kids, and just seeing them.
yeah, I was gonna ask about advertising these projects you've got
Oh,
going on.
promotions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, most of the time we would rely on, word of mouth. But in this instance, we'd want to get a good amount of people out, just so that it looks well. It sits well. And so I'm sure we'd probably put some stuff on both social media, maybe do some sponsored ads, let people know what we're doing. I mean, is the Perry Township, is that still a thing where you can put things in the Perry Township I don't know. That's going back, I'm sure.
I don't know.
And we have a pretty good music following because of the Friday night coffee house. So,
Regionally, you have people coming down from Lafayette. You have people coming
Yeah,
out from
sometimes
Ohio. You have people
Okay.
coming in on Friday nights. These
Very
local
cool.
musicians that are they're wanting exposure, anyways. You know, they're wanting to get the music out there, and they're good. I mean, they're good local musicians. You know, they're bringing in the stuff they've been in the studio with and recording and everything else. It's a positive.
then get some coffee and eat some brisket and.
Oh,
and
wow.
wait for
Jeff's in.
I think my grandson, he lives on South Second. I think he comes over and, do you guys have basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah, DJ. I'm not sure.
He comes over, shoots some hoops.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he's supposed to be coming to the vacation Bible school.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, he shaves his head too.
He just reached, that's new. Just last
I
week.
met him the other day.
Did you? Okay.
DJ, yeah.
Very
He
good.
helped me go door to door to tell me where the other kids were, so, yeah.
Oh, neat.
Some of his friends were.
All right.
Oh,
Great.
that's sweet.
Ma'am, did you have any other questions?
I think that's it. I'll think of others after you've gone.
Do you want us to leave our information or anything?
Please do.
I mean, we don't have to just come and run, we can stay for the meeting or.
It's totally up to you. If you want to write your contact information
Yeah.
on here.
Tammy, what's your husband's name?
Manuel Garcia, he's actually in Mexico right now.
His mother just passed.
His mom passed
Oh,
during
so sorry.
surgery on his birthday,
Oh my
unfortunately.
gosh,
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
But thank you for that. But yes, he's our worker.
How many kids do you have signed up so far?
Right now, signed up, we have 35. We have the kids that come to the church, they never sign up, they just show up. So
That's okay.
we'll probably have about 30, 35 of them, and then we've been kind of hitting the neighborhoods, and so verbal commitments, I think we're at about 20, 25. So we're hoping to
Wow.
about 100 kids.
Okay,
Wow,
that'd be
that's
great.
So,
Very
and
cool.
then we just try to run them through well. We've done it a few years, and a lot of times they say it's their best in, I guess, town thing of the summer. But
That's
obviously,
nice.
if they're going to Florida, it's not better than Florida.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so nice to meet you all.
Yes,
Nice
thank
to
you
meet
so much.
Yeah,
Thank you so
awesome,
much.
Maybe
awesome.
we'll just come back and just come to the meeting. You know?
Yeah.
Please do.
You're more than welcome to,
Absolutely.
but we'll definitely be in touch.
Okay.
With that brisket.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll bring brisket.
Thank you so
you.
much.
I guess that's something we need to think about is how that's going to work with the other. And I think we had talked about that previously because we have the poster with like that shows the wedding underneath and things like that. So
Realistically, I don't know if it'll be this year. It won't. Because we also have to keep in mind that people have, sorry, nope.
Thank you.
I was gonna say, realistically, I don't know if we'll be able to have that happen this year. And I'll say from my standpoint, I'm sure Samantha has something different, but we have to keep in mind that people have already rented and we do rent the shelters from 8 to 8. So if this is something we want to do going forward, we will have to talk about changing that, which is completely fine. But I would want to make sure that the people have already paid and already registered, already done that they're protected.
well, yeah, you can't have a concert going and
Well,
you're
yeah.
gonna
Right,
have a
yeah,
baby's
yeah.
birthday.
Now,
party.
most people I think are done before 8 o'clock, but we could change that in the future and, yeah. So.
Gotcha.
I think it's a great idea to do something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
we want to, and I think people, until they see it,
Yeah,
they don't know, they just, oh, wow, this would be great for this type of thing or this type of thing.
yeah, absolutely.
So I think it's going to lead into a lot of, things down the road, but,
Very
so
positive.
I think, so I think it's exciting.
Very
Cool.
positive.
Alright, sorry.
I apologize, I'm not here.
You're fine.
I wasn't planning on speaking. Yes, so permits and things like that for renting. If you're gonna do it and you wanna look into next year, you need to pass it before January 1st. Otherwise, it won't go into effect until June. There's a new state law that any permit that gets put into place, I don't know if it goes into parks too, but I know they said any permit, whether it was building or whatever, it takes 180 days, starting January 1st, regardless of what it is. So, just to keep that in mind, I can obviously do some research with Craig too on,
What
Yeah, what
permit
kind of-
would we need? Wouldn't it just be like renting one of the other shelters?
No, they would
have
have to go through Board of Works, because it would technically.
Well, they're going to be using
Yeah.
electricity too.
there's just a lot of questions.
The other shelters have electricity.
Yeah,
Do
but like
they?
if you're doing a public event where people are sitting and like you're saying, please
Okay.
come to the park because there's some implications about police, if there needs to be police
Okay.
presence. EMS needs to know, so that would definitely be a board of
Okay,
works
thank you.
approved thing. So just keep that in mind, and I can get back to you with some information.
Perfect. Thank you. I mean, something we can definitely think about and work on a little bit. I mean, but that's something that we had in the pictures was people having events there. So
Absolutely.
they saw it, they loved it. Here we go. Okay, great. More work. We created more work for ourselves. Good job.
More events for the city.
Yeah, yes, that's what I meant. Yes, so very cool. I'm glad they were here. Very nice. More work for Tiffany and Tom.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
That's what I really meant.
We're here for you.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yes. So, okay, great. We will move on to reviewing the May 2026 minutes. Autumn sent those to us a few days ago. Any changes?
I make a motion to approve the May minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much. All right, Parks Director report. Tom Hannon.
Good evening.
Good.
Hello.
Okay, I'll just run through these things that I gave you real quick. In preparation for the Strawberry Festival, we did get the bathroom painted and the new toilets installed in the little restroom by the creek. Came out pretty good, I thought. We had the Strawberry Festival, nice crowd there, everything went well. We got the backboards installed on the upper court, and everybody's happy with those. The lower court, they weren't quite as bad, but we do have new ones. As soon as we get a break into action, we'll do those also. There's an easement behind the houses on South 12th that border the park on the east side, and it's not all the way open, and we did open it behind one house as a result of a complaint. But Phil worked up there for a few hours and made that better for the people. But the woods wants to get into those yards all the time, so it's an ongoing problem.
And where's that at?
If you go at the Hilltop Shelter and go east, South 12th, the houses there back up to the woods there.
Okay, right, okay.
And some people have cleared it out and kept it cleared, and other people haven't, and it's a big job. But if anybody else has a problem up there, they should let us know. We trimmed the detention area in Park Meadow. That is a drainage feature that comes out of Timber Grove. And then it slows the water down in Park Meadow before it goes into the park. And every year in the spring, we can do it with a lawnmower once it gets dry, but in the spring we have to do it with string trimmers. It's silted up enough that it's wet and it doesn't dry until middle of summer when things get really dry. We did trimming on the greenway as usual. Chad is currently attending that playground inspector course in Noblesville, I believe. He'll be done tomorrow. I attended a meeting with the park director from Indianapolis and the Parks Alliance director, which that's what they call their foundation, is the Parks Alliance. I didn't really know what that meeting was going to cover. It had the park director from Lawrence and Speedway and Southport. Actually had the mayor of Southport and a board member. They don't actually have a park director. But I think it's going to be a reoccurring thing, and in the future, somebody's probably be interested to come from the Park Foundation and hear what's going on. Same with Tiffany stage lighting got completed for the pavilion, and then, this week, Matt, put covers on the legs where the bolts were exposed
Yeah.
before. We had purchased a kit for that, and it looks real nice now. And it will protect the bolts, so we actually lost all 4 nuts off of one of them before we got them done correctly.
I was wondering if those were gonna get trimmed down.
Yeah, it looks real good now.
Okay.
Real good. We worked on it today too, improving the landscaping. So that'll just sort of evolve and get better and better, I think. That we had the concert, of course, big crowd, I think over 400. I'm not sure how many exactly, it's just an estimate, but I'm sure it was over 400 people, and I think everybody thought things looked pretty good.
They did.
The monument repairs are completed now. They got the 2 names replaced on the big stone, so that's done. I think there's gonna be 2 granite benches put in there, but don't have the details on that yet. Baseball games continue at Temple Field. Working on the creek banks, removing honeysuckle, spraying for weeds. That included the senior center parking lot. Fun lunch has started. Tiffany will probably say something about that. That's going good.
You can say something.
Okay, the fun lunch has started. We got our equipment ready for the Touch a Truck program, and we had 3 mowers go down, I think, with various problems, but they're back up and running. Other than that,
I had a question. Have you seen the scoreboard sign?
yeah, half of it
Yeah,
blew
it's
down
gone.
from there, and we had to wait till we can get a bucket truck and
Okay,
get up there and do it.
I figured you knew. Great.
16th in Detroit. Why are we still cutting that?
Well, it hasn't changed hands yet, that we know of. That's all I can tell you.
Okay.
As soon as it does, you know,
No, free up some time for you.
yeah, every little bit helps.
Great. Any questions for Tom? Oh, I have one question. Do you have any updates on the layer project?
No, I sent them, over a week ago, I sent a message to them asking if we've done everything we need to do to move it forward. Because I'm not sure if we notified them that the Board of Works approved the agreement or not.
I don't know. I didn't know Board of Works
So
did
that's what I was
that.
asking them, and, you know, thought we'd cover some other things, but they're a really small company.
Okay.
And when they're out working.
Okay.
The 2 brothers that run the place actually work in the field also, so sometimes it takes a bit to get a response, but.
Okay. Can you circle back on that one,
Yeah.
please? Great. Thank you. Any questions for Tom?
No?
Thank you very much. Community Center report, Tiffany Flick.
Tom said everything. I don't gotta get up. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I forgot my report, so I'm gonna try to do this off the cuff of my brain. So if I miss
Do you want to
anything-
see your email that you sent?
No, that's okay, because my phone also died. I'm just really not prepared, guys. But I'm just kidding. So I sent the report earlier. As always, I always include revenue so you guys can look to see what we're generating. And then it also has like any grants we've applied for and received, or any like sponsorship money that's come in. So the only difference with that is we did receive a grant, the same grant we got last year for Fun Lunch. We received that grant again, so that's an additional $1,500 that we do not have to spend out of our pot. That will go directly to Fun Lunch. That did kick off this week. So far, it's been pretty well attended. So it kicked off with our foam party, which is an annual event now. That one activity is a reason why we made the move from Chalice to Sarah T. Bolton. We still had people having to park in the grass at Sarah T. Bolton at the hilltop in order to accommodate everybody that was there. So it's a pretty well attended event, and we always kind of see kids and families drop off, but right now we're still averaging about 60 to 70 kids. The first one, I think we had over 100 kids, so they handed out over 100 meals at the first one, which is awesome. And then
And that's
sponsors-
Chartwell's, right?
Chartwell's, yeah, Chartwell's of Beech Grove. So we partner with them, and they provide the lunches, and then we provide the activities. So the location that we partner with them is always like the location that serves the most meals because of that partnership. So,
Very good.
as Tom said, Touch a Truck is this weekend. So it is Saturday from 12 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Last year was the first year we did this, and it was like one of the biggest events we did all year. So we were very blessed to have Crossroads Engineers sponsor this event, the entire event. So again, it doesn't hit our budget at all to be able to provide this experience for these kids. I think last year we had maybe 13 trucks. This year we have almost 20. And then we'll also have bounce houses, a trackless train, and then free kids meals, plus like cotton candy, popcorn. So we encourage everybody to come out for this event, but we do try to tailor it to kids specifically and try to keep like the kids are the ones that are getting like the meals, and the kids are the ones that are getting the prize bags and that kind of stuff. So yeah, so if you guys are available, you can come on out to that event. It's a pretty popular one, a pretty big one. And then summer concert, we just wrapped our very first summer concert. We got amazing feedback from everybody at the concert series. I went to Fourth Friday like that same week, and I had plenty of people stopping me to talking to me about the Dora, talking to me about the concerts, talking to me about a lot of stuff. And they were all very happy with the direction that the parks are going, the direction that the summer concert is going. And then I actually had both bands that performed reached out to give myself, Chad, and Tom praise for how we set them up, how we handled it. And then also just for the pavilion in general and how amazing it was. So,
Very great.
and shout out to Dave from Liberty Stage, because he pretty much built that stage for us to have under the pavilion. So we're excited for them to continue. So I've had a lot of people call about rain. As of right now, it's not supposed to rain tomorrow night. It's supposed to rain tomorrow morning. So we're still, going with the concert. So tomorrow at 7. Now they will start at 7. And we have Trainwreck tomorrow, so they are a Beech Grove band, so we're hoping that will also bring people out. And like Tom said, we're pretty sure there was at least 400, if not more people. It was the biggest attended one I think we've had so far. So that was really, really cool. Other than that, May was pretty quiet for us. We were just focusing on planning a lot. I guess one big update is the parking lot in the community center. There is like a drainage that goes across the parking lot from like where kind of our side door is, and kind of goes across the parking lot. So if you were coming into the back to do trash or something, it goes across there. It does accumulate sludge, and it gets really slippery. And so we've been working closely with DPW and Wessler Engineering to try to come up with a solution for that, because we did recently have somebody slip and fall. We've had a couple people slip and fall, so we're working on trying to get a permanent solution that would fix that. Right now there is like a drainage hose that goes across it to try to shoot the water into the grass, and then we also put chlorine tablets in it pretty much once a week, but the chlorine will eat away at the asphalt, eventually down the line. So they're working on trying to get a permanent solution for that. The only other thing is, so you guys did approve those rental increases. We are planning on putting those into effect July 1st. So if anybody calls in the month of June to make a booking, we just let them know if you pay the deposit, which is $150. If you can make that deposit before July 1st, it doesn't matter when you book. You can book your party for December. You'll be locked into that original rate. But if you make the deposit after July 1st, then you will fall under the new rates. So, and we haven't had any pushback yet.
Great.
And that's all I got.
That was pretty good for not being prepared.
Thanks.
Yeah, one
I
question.
checked. She didn't miss anything.
Thank you.
You mentioned that eventually we're gonna be using the entertainment pavilion as a rental. for
Yeah,
people to use
yep,
too?
yeah.
Is that something that, I know that the other shelters have, you know, the outlets for power. Is that set up just to plug in, or does that has to go through the main box?
No, and we wouldn't rent it for the, like, we don't want food there.
Okay,
It would just be for events.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
These people were talking about today.
okay.
Something where, I mean, somebody could get married there, pretty easily, those kind of things.
But not a family reunion type thing or whatever, so, okay,
Yeah, we
And-
don't want people eating there, we'd never get it clean again.
okay.
And
That started.
for like the wedding, that would be where a permit would come in, so they would not have to go in front of Board of Works to try to get anything approved. They would just, that would work exactly like our other shelters, cause it's through us. But if it's an actual event that is open to the public, there's other things that we have to make sure we have in place, like that would be a permitted event.
There isn't any power there that's not locked up,
Okay,
so if someone, they have to go through that.
gotcha, okay.
Tiffany, I have a question on this Touch a Truck. What's the location of that?
The community center, so it'll be at the community center in
You're
our
gonna
parking
get
lot.
20 trucks in there?
Oh, yeah, our parking lot's pretty large, so we don't let anybody park there. We have barricades up, and they have to park either at the elementary school or over at the high school.
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
you're welcome. And last year we didn't have anybody directing traffic because we didn't think it was going to be that large. This year we will have people directing traffic. So it was we were not expecting that. We were like 200 people. Oh no. Like there was a lot of people.
Do you need
So
help?
if you're parking
We'll
at
take
the
all the help we
elementary
can
school,
get.
the
So if you wanna
sidewalk
come
leads
help,
straight
please
to,
be my guest.
straight to the community center
Oh,
parking lot.
okay.
Yep.
So it
Yep.
shouldn't be.
No.
It sounds a little bit scarier than it is.
Yeah. So the community center, if you turn right by the tennis courts, there's like that parking lot right there. So it's right there. And then there's also parking like at the high school, and they just walk over. We tried to get the parking lot from Church of the Nazarene, but their Vacation Bible School is the exact same day. So that just didn't work. But in the future, it might work to have them just park at the church. So,
Did you have to let the school know?
no.
Okay.
No. Since it's on a Saturday.
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know of anything that's going on. I was just curious. Any questions for Tiffany?
No?
Thank you. I don't have anything under old business. Under new business this evening, I have one copy here that we can pass around. I was not going to kill a bunch of trees. And I do have a digital version I can pass. Like, start it right here. The Beech Grove Little League has submitted a funding application to the Redevelopment Commission, and they are supposed to be voting on that at their next meeting on June 18th, I believe, Thursday. And they are requesting $100,000 for I think it's on the very last page, the list of all of those items. And they are items that Tom and I have talked about for years, and all of us as well. They are all things that the Parks Department would purchase and implement if we had the funds to do so. So the reason that they are applying for these funds is because we do not have them. So I was wanting to propose that the Parks Board submit a letter of support to the RDC, saying that we are in support of these funds being given to the Little League, and they are items that we are supportive of them having on our property. We just don't have the money to help them make these dreams come true. If we did, they'd already be done, right, Tom? Yep. So I was hoping this evening we could take a look at that and vote on writing a letter of support to the RDC. And we can take a second to pass that around. Sorry if you're watching, it might be quiet for a minute.
Tom, what paperwork is the RDC gonna require? Estimates from each vendor on these projects, or?
They have already submitted all of that to the
okay.
RDC. Yes, good question. Yep.
I think we already.
Or you
said that.
haven't you?
Just read those
We
earlier.
just did that earlier.
Oh, perfect. Me too. So again, and there would be a structure, some sort of language in place that they would have to come to us when they are getting these things. They wouldn't be able to just spend the money. I mean, I said they couldn't buy $100,000 worth of bouncy balls. You know, when they come to get like the warning track and some of the different items listed on here, a shade shelter, some funding to help us finish the restrooms, sound system, the money would have to be approved through the Parks Board. When
So would you keep that money in the Parks Board bank account, so to speak, and then delve it out to them as they need it?
No, but when they go to spend that pot of money, we would have to approve it.
And would you also get notification of their bank account so you know exactly where that
I think
money
the, yes, Tiffany,
It's a reimbursable,
I think it's reimbursable.
based on the last meeting, so they don't give the money, they.
I don't think they have money to do
I
that.
know, so they
That's
have,
the
they're
problem.
gonna need to figure that out.
Okay,
But anyway, either way, it would come from my office through the RDC's, fund director. We
Or
wouldn't need-
couldn't the RDC write the check out to the vendor?
They typically
if it
don't
had to
do
do
things like
that?
Because they wanna make sure that they have accountability for, if they're spending it on what they said they would spend it on. So like for the amphitheater, we didn't get the money for the amphitheater until we'd already done some things.
Oh.
So that's usually typical, I think that's how their application works. I know that when the Little League was here, they were like, we don't have all that money. So I think at the next meeting, they're supposed to talk about that. But typically, you don't ever give the money straight up, it's always reimbursable in some way.
We just turned invoices in as the particular vendor was done with their part of it.
Which they could probably do as well.
okay. So there would be a safety net in place. There wouldn't, they wouldn't be given this $100,000 to do things that would destroy our property. They have an agreement with the Parks Board. It is not their property. They enter into that agreement every year. So there would be a safety net for us. Again, I just keep trying to think of something harmless. They couldn't buy $100,000 worth of bouncy balls. You know, they would have to, I don't know, I was trying to think of something funny. There would be a safety net in place. They can't just go buy something that would, you know, destroy the dugouts or something.
For example, if they're gonna build a
Yeah.
shelter, it needs to be accessible.
Right.
Because it's in the park,
Right.
so they're gonna have to do a walkway to the shelter, things like that they may not be thinking about.
Yeah.
If we oversee it, we'll be able to make
Yes.
sure that gets done.
So they submit the invoice first and then they get the money, or they get the money and then,
No, they'll get something done and they'll submit the invoice,
oh, after it's already done?
yeah.
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 Get approved by the RDC first on the vendor and the estimate, whatever.
Just like anybody else, you pay for it after they do it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Just to make sure.
But the
I
plans
think
need approved, yeah.
I think what you're, I'm not trying to read your mind, but is that you're just worried that they would go buy something and then expect to reimburse, and it's something that they're not supposed to purchase.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were. So
Well, they wouldn't do that because we wouldn't give them the money.
yeah, so I don't think they would do that because they wouldn't get reimbursed. But-
And they don't need bouncy balls.
No, no. Sounds fun though. Okay. So I was just wanting to make a motion that we write a letter supporting the Little League. There's a lot of great things happening there. Yeah. And they've got some good momentum, and I was wanting to keep that going.
I'll second.
Okay, you make the motion?
Yes, I did,
Okay.
and Autumn seconded. Sorry, I was kind
I'll
of quiet
second
there.
it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Wonderful. We will get that submitted. We'll figure that out here in a little bit.
Did you just raise your hand about writing a letter?
You're so talented.
I heard her say that she
This
was
one's in
gonna do
Tara's
it.
wheelhouse, I think.
Oh, I'll have to have you edit. Okay, great. And then one other item, I sent this via email, but there's another good point brought up. Our meetings, I know we are all volunteers and we have our hands in lots of other things at home or work or personal, but please try to be here. It kind of puts us in a bind, and especially if a vote, it comes down to a vote and people are missing. So if you're not here, please watch the video and watch it live if you're sick, if you can, or watch it later. It's recorded, and let us know if you have any questions. But we could be in
Jane
a
is
real
in
pickle.
Europe right now.
Yes.
She'll catch up when she gets back. She's good about
Right. Very
watching
good.
everything.
Perfect. Just a nice reminder. It's summer. We could be swimming right now.
Yeah.
But we're here. Okay, great. Anything else for the group? Oh, Tiffany forgot something.
I thought I did a good job, but I did forget something.
Oh, I thought you got everything.
So we actually, I met a project manager through Reith, that works for Reith Riley. He came to one of our movies by the bonfire, and Reith Riley every year does 2 big community projects that would impact an area such as like this or the Lower East Side, something like that. They've only worked with schools in the past, but they were looking to branch out and do something different. And so we were talking about them remodeling the banquet room, but we actually were able to get that done. So they are generously donating labor, materials, electricians, everything to blow out the wall that is dividing the pantry and one of our storage rooms so that we can expand the pantry. So there it will completely expand it and completely enclose like the little like half wall that's in the hallway. It'll close that off. So everything will be able to be inside of the pantry room, and then also we will be able to allow for our clients to shop shelf sustainable items, which we do not traditionally do except for once a month. So,
Is
and
there
that is-
any, does that need to be approved by anybody in the city?
Jim, we talked to Jim.
Okay,
Yeah.
taking a wall out,
Yeah,
okay.
the mayor approved it, and they just have to go ahead and register with permits.
Building permit.
Yep, they have to be licensed in Beech Grove. So that's the only thing we're waiting on.
Great.
But they're supposed to start at the end of the month. So we would have pantry the last week of June, but we would cancel pantry the first week of July to get everything back in there and set up. And then we would be good to go with the new bottle after that.
Very
And
cool.
then we've also applied for a grant to go ahead and help get shelving and get refrigeration that would also impact that. And we have a site visit with them next week. So fingers crossed on that.
Has anybody used a bus pass?
Not yet. I know. Sorry.
Just curious.
I asked for them because people wanted them, and I haven't had anybody ask since. So,
Do you promote them, or you just wait for somebody to come to you?
yeah, we don't promote them.
If you promote them, they're gone immediately.
Okay. I mean, that's up to them, but
Well, we bought, well, the Parks Foundation bought 10
Yeah.
to start with, so.
so as long as they're okay with that, then yeah. Because we used to have people come in and ask, and we haven't had, and it might just be because we've said no so many times, but yeah.
They're there.
So yeah.
Great.
That's
Thank
all.
you.
Now I don't
That's
have
very
anything else.
generous of them. Very cool. Thank you. All right. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned at 7:43. We will see you again on July 8th. Thank you.